Vertical insertion.
Hunter and I kicked off the new year in the Subaru, headed to Ohio for 2 separate hunts in the same week with different buddies and weapons. The first 3 days were spent bow hunting public land in an area you could say Hunter knows a little bit about. The last 4 days of the trip, we met up with THP and company to look for some bucks during their annual muzzleloader drives. Our plan going into the 3-day bow hunt was to use Hunter's knowledge of the area and be as aggressive as possible, on the ground and in the saddles, for the short 3 days we had with the bow. We spent our first morning glassing and waiting for the rain to slow down enough to use the camera. Once it did, we dove deep into an area where multiple drainages met and used the wet conditions to cover a lot of ground quickly and quietly. We found good buck sign and jumped a 2-year-old off camera, bedded on the bank of one of the drainages. This first scouting mission set a standard for us in terms of acceptable sign moving forward into other pieces we had marked to check out. The rest of the day was spent driving around the area, finding a shed and setting up for an afternoon sit in an area where we saw deer from the road the night we arrived. All we saw was a nice buck track, but we still managed to find some excitement. Alright, as you can see, we're back at the hotel. We sort of had something weird happen to us that we didn't talk about during the hunt because we didn't know if we needed to, or we didn't know if we would need to. I guess long story short is when we parked the car, we see a little dog come out into the access road and just stand there and look at us. So we squat down and start calling it over, and it comes up to us, and we didn't know what to do with it. Just walked up to us because you could tell she was shaking, small, acting like her feet was hurt, just sort of scared in general. So we tied her to a post next to our car, left a note with her that said like what happened and my name and number, and she was still there when we got back. So. And it was after dark at that point, and we weren't going to leave a dog. We weren't going to leave this little girl. We weren't going to leave her in the dark. How could you just leave a dog on the side of a dirt road in the middle of nowhere? We're not sure if she's a puppy or if she's older. She sort of seems like a puppy. She's very sweet. The way she was acting when she came up to us just made it seem like she was out there for more than that day. Just seems like she was out there for a while. So we don't really know what to do. We didn't know how to handle it. But we're probably going to take her to the local shelter. There's a shelter sort of close to the area where we found her. And hopefully somebody goes there and looking for her. And I don't know, maybe after Muzzy drives we'll swing back here and see her again. Or I don't know. So that's the plan. Sometime tomorrow she's probably going to go to the local shelter. And we'll keep you updated from there. But we're probably going to give her a little bath because she smells and go to bed. Alright, second day in Ohio. It's just about a little before legal. It's like gray light right now, and we're going into a spot we've never been to. I don't think you've ever been to this like specific ridge or anything.
No.
So we're kind of waiting for first light, gray light-ish, to walk in a little bit, just because we think that's a smart thing to do in a place we've never been. Help us get into the area we want to get into more quietly and efficiently. It's 20 degrees colder this morning than it was all yesterday. It was like 60 pretty much all day yesterday. Now it's like 36, 35. So we should be moving. We're in a known bedding area. I don't know. Something crazy could happen, I guess. Well, something crazy already did with that puppy dog, but with a deer maybe.
All right. We got to our morning spot. We're in between 2 little ridges. We can glass this ridge back here towards the road really well into this bottom. And then there's a ridge right there that sort of runs that way that we can also glass. And this flat that we're to my left right here is like a kill spot. Like we could kill one if a deer walked through here to go to the bedding. So it's definitely a good spot. Like I'm happy with it. We're just gonna give it a fair shake, give it a couple hours maybe. The sort of like a game that Hunter invented, where we both pick bedding spots on hunt stand, sync the map, and then go to the pins that are closest together. That's what this spot is. For good reason too. Like you can tell it's a good spot. So glass out. Sit tight. Hopefully something runs into us, I should say. It's a nice buck. Yeah, it's walking up at us. How far? 80. He's looking at don't move. He's in the bottom. He's in the very bottom. Like all those down trees down there. Right there. Jake, our buck bedding spot worked. Yeah, it looked real good right there, didn't it? There, he's good and comfy. Is he gonna watch where he goes? Damn it. Just watch him. He didn't smell us, dude.
After talking, we think the buck probably saw me moving as I was turning to potentially shoot in the direction he was walking.
Yeah, it's walking up at us.
Really, what I should have done differently was communicated better with Hunter and not moved a single muscle until I knew exactly where the buck was. It was still an awesome morning in the deer woods and a huge confidence booster for us to have a buck like that just out of range in the exact spot we thought one would be on such a short trip. The rest of our time before muzzleloader season was spent in the general area we had the buck encounter, using the unique terrain and bedding areas to try and close the distance. Before heading to Muzzy Camp, we got a hold of Alan from the local shelter, who was very helpful and said that he could take the puppy so we didn't have to take her on deer drives with us. Alan checked her for a microchip, made a Facebook post looking for the owners, and said he would keep us posted on her situation. The shelter's policy is if she goes unclaimed for 3 days, she goes up for adoption. All right, we made it back to the car after our last sit before muzzleloader season here in Ohio. All we saw was that spike that came through shortly after we got to the spot. Nothing else came through. Something just as easily could have. Saw a buck all 3 days we hunted. We got on deer in the areas we wanted to get on deer. It was a very successful trip. It was a huge confidence booster for me, and I'm sure you too, Hunter. Potentially have a puppy out of it too, that we will keep you updated on the way home. But for now, we are headed to a different area to do some muzzleloader drives with Zach and Jake and Ted and all the boys. So excited to get there, get rolling. We'll see you there. All right, day one of Muzzy drives in Ohio at 7:20. Yeah, we got here last night, did a little strategizing, a little safety briefing, and got to bed. But we're almost to our parking spot where we're gonna kind of all get together and make sure everybody's on the same page. But I think we got nine guns, 5 drivers and 4 standers, but really we're all kind of drivers in a way. The idea is Zach and Ben have been doing a lot of e-scouting and prep work the past few weeks and over the past years and past drives. So they got a really good idea of where the bucks are bedded and why. And the idea is we're kind of gonna surround where we think the buck is and kind of collapse on this bottom and hopefully bump one of the 9 guys bumps the deer and we sort of pinball him around all the guns and he gets shot. That's the idea. It's worked in the past for them. Makes sense why it's worked in the past for them. And yeah, hopefully it works today. It's cool. Cool to meet all the guys. Cool to be in this atmosphere. This is definitely 100% a team thing, which makes it that much more fun. So 5 minutes away, and we'll be in the woods shortly.
Position. I look down, my sandwich is gone, and my whole pocket's open. So my lunch that I spent all my time on, gone.
On our walk-in for the 3rd drive, Zach had the idea of taking alternate routes into our spots because we had so much time and we could potentially bump something on the way. Hunter and I had to go much higher up the hill face than planned to get through to our spot. But when we did, we found a fresh bed on the top of the hill with rubs all around it and heard a deer crossing the bottom headed towards the drivers.
Coming down right here, you see him? Big buck. Pretty sure there's a big buck in the fall.
Big buck, big buck, big buck.
Give it some time, give it some time. Hold up. Dave, he might come right up at us. Don't move. He's down to that bottom. Coming up right here. I don't think I hit him, but I had to throw one. I think I might have been behind him. Like I pulled, it was like I have to pull and at least get a shot off to try to push him back into the drive.
Hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. Looks like it might have been a buck, too.
I see it, yeah. It's a big deer. It's a buck, yeah. Two or three, four of them. They're coming towards us, yeah.
It's big. Big enough.
Big enough.
I'm losing him. I don't see him.
Meh.
I can't see him. I can't see him. Oh, I got you. There's two. That's why I was getting confused.
Which one are you on?
The left one. The right one. The right one.
Right one.
The left one. The left one.
I can't see him. Okay.
Left one.
Get a shot when you got it.
Can't get. It's too thick, dude.
They're coming to an opening. Stop them up there.
Meh.
It's too thick. It's too thick. They stopped. It was so thick. I couldn't see him because of that tree. And then what the next deer I did see was the second buck behind him. Yeah, it was just a little one, but it messed with me, so I started looking for that one instead of the other one because at first I didn't realize that there was two deer. That first one was mighty big. Either shoot at him then or don't get a shot off. And I heard Weber earlier today talking about how you get a shot off. Like, don't not shoot.
All right, we came and checked for blood, and now we see the other drivers coming in from the other end. We could see their running tracks to about this spot, about 80 yards from where we shot. No blood, no nothing. Not surprised. It is what it is. We tried. Couldn't quite get the shot off that we wanted. On to the next. Day 2 of drives was full of laughs, but lacked opportunities. So on day 3, the team decided to change locations in hopes of getting some more pinball action. A little bit of a delay this morning, but we're rolling now. It's 10:04. At 10:05, Hunter and I are getting out of this car, walking up this knob as drivers, and we have a bottom on the other side of the knob that everybody's surrounding. It's one of those drives where the standers have to get in way before the drivers because we think that we could potentially spook deer just by the commotion at the car. So that's the thought. Hopefully they're right up there. And they go over yonder and get shot by Doug Fehrenbaugh.
The buck.
Nice buck.
Yep. Nice buck. Hopefully he stops, because that's far. Yep, I see him. It's a good thing we crept over this edge. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Yeah, he is.
They're going up that ridge, right?
As long as he doesn't drop it. If he drops straight down into this bowl, he's going to get behind us. If he goes up and over, he should run into somebody. Buck, I think. Just straight towards us. Good shooting. Good shooting.
Oh god, dump him, man. Who needs a scope?
That finished him.
I can see him right in the one. You can see Steve. Way bigger than I thought it was. Good. Congratulations, man. Hey, not even the crosshairs, and he went. I was just like, oh, start to squeeze, and he went. Oh, I had to. Just go check him out. Yeah. Rip a howl.
Rip a howl.
I can't howl. Alright.
You got a howl. You just killed him.
As soon as we got to here, I looked up and saw it. I saw a lone
That's
deer.
where he ran, right where that
I saw a lone deer stand up. We saw his tracks going this way. As soon as I saw him, I lost him, so I sprinted up to here.
Did you see him?
He saw him, yeah.
Sprinted up to here, smelled tarsal,
We smelled buck too.
and then,
Right before we
And
bumped
and then
him,
like
smelled
2
the
minutes
buck.
later, it was shot.
He was
Yeah.
bedded?
So you bumped him again? You probably bumped him the second
first time. I
you
think
bumped
first-
him out.
Oh, maybe you bumped. Maybe
He
he
ran
came.
towards you when we bumped him.
Okay, so he probably came to us and then
He
bumped
went right
again and
across
back
that
to
bowl,
us.
right to where you said his bed was where I would have guessed he ran. Yes, dude, good shooting.
Who needs a scope? Not me. Not me, dude.
That's an awesome buck.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like him.
Alrighty. Hunter and I are in at our standing spot for the second drive, the drive after Mitch shot that nice buck. Ben and Mitch are going to our left. There's a drainage up this creek a little bit that they're covering. We got two other groups down to our right covering different drainages, and we're covering this big bottom in this sort of main drainage. It's a pretty tense sit, I would say, but we got this bottom covered perfectly, 180 degrees. We're going to keep an eye on Ben to make sure we know where he is for if one comes down over there. But I'm fired up, dude. Assume it's a buck. There's three. There's a buck in the back. Yep, there's three. I think it's a buck. I'm not positive. Doe. There's a buck in there. Oh, the back one. I can't. Oh, I got him. Yep. I can't see antlers. I never saw antlers on the one I had in my scope. Yep. Almost got a lane. Oh, I don't see him. Yep. Here we go. There's a stick. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, Hunter. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go. Right there, baby. Let's go. Okay. Dude, I'm trying real hard to keep it together right now. Dude, they're all over them right now. They're all over them. He dropped for sure.
Oh, he folded right there. I saw him flopping.
You see it back there? I don't even know if he's dead, really.
I swear I saw him go boom, like legs.
I mean, it felt like the crosshairs were on his
Dude, he was
on his elbow. I'm not. Okay,
Because I don't even...
all right. Well, not the outcome you expect, but after he rolled over, flopped over, we saw his legs and his white belly. Then we counted 3 deer when there was 4 crossing the creek towards Ben and Mitch, so we got even more excited. But he definitely got up and ran because we tracked him for about 450 yards. So
We lost blood. We got a direction of travel down into this bottom. We set up a drive to push this top and the other side of this mountain. And standers are going around to try and get them leaking out downhill even further. So that's the plan. Not the way you want it to go, but we'll see if he's in here.
On that drive, Weber and Jake H. filmed him nearly a mile away from the shot, looking very lively for a hit deer. They saw the buck go up and over the next ridge, so we quickly set up another drive, but don't get eyes on the buck before legal.
Alrighty. It's 9:40 on the last day of Muzzy Drives. The day after I hit that buck, and I'm a driver waiting for a drive to start. And I just figured I'd share some of my closing thoughts on the situation, I suppose. Obviously, the deer dropped when I shot, and we celebrated. What should have happened, what we're gonna do next time, what we learned is that next time I'm gonna immediately reload my gun. Hunter's gonna try and stay on him, and then as soon as I'm done reloading my gun, I'm gonna get eyes on him. Keep eyes on him for a little bit longer to confirm that he is dead right there. Because obviously most of the time when a deer drops like that, he drops like that, and you celebrate and it's awesome. But there are times, like yesterday, where he gets back up. So you just have to assume that it's always gonna be one of those times until it's not. Other than that, when Jake filmed him, it was 4 ridges over, just under a mile away. And he did not look like a wounded deer the way he was walking. He was cautious, he was looking around, he flicked his tail a couple times, he was just walking, he looked completely normal. And it does look like it could potentially be no man's land, like it's definitely high. And I think it's either, we all think, the general consensus is, it's either in the back strap just above the spine, and as he was hopping over that log, that's what tipped him over, or is just under the back strap in that no man's land, and as he's hopping over that log, that's what tipped him over. So we don't think it's a fatal hit. It sucks. I'm glad we learned something from it. You can chalk that excitement up to whatever you want. You could chalk it up to excitement after hunting hard for 6 days straight. You could chalk it up to me having a rough season and missing some deer. You could chalk it up to us seeing it drop. You could chalk it up to inexperience. Doesn't matter. All that matters now is pretty positive we confirmed that it's a non-fatal hit, and learn from your mistakes. So we're gonna start this drive, and somebody's gonna smoke one down at the bottom of this here ridge. So onward.
Coming to us. It's a buck. Yeah. Got him.
Huh?
You got him. Shane. Good freaking shot.
Dot your T's and close your eyes.
Freaking shot.
That's crazy.
That's exactly how it happened last year.
Yep.
Just kind of sneaking up to our spot, and some gun was coming.
That's just a bonus that he's kind of a mag. I was about to shoot at him.
Yeah, he's kind of a good one.
Yeah.
He's a good deer.
He was bedded right here, and we were just getting to where we were going. He stood up, and I hear him take off. I thought he was going that way, but he spun out and ran right down there.
Just crushed him.
So it worked perfect. Like we bumped him just like we planned, dude.
And right down the ridge, right to us.
I just told him I've been laughing because first day, Weber was just like, it's like tactical insertion. I've been laughing about that all day because it's like it is. It's like everybody just closing the gap. Like, congratulations.
It was freaking perfect. Freaking crushed it.
Holy crap! Holy crap! Oh my gosh! It's a buck.
God, that is sweet.
Definitely a last day.
Dude. I had no idea he was that big.
I told him, I'm like, you gotta tell everybody it's the last day shooting.
Alright, that's the next drive. After Shane's buck, and Hunter and I are in here on this exit corridor on the backside of this mountain with another little bench covering a couple drainages down below. Starting to warm up a little bit, Hunter says. And yeah, I don't know, it feels like a good spot. I don't know, if they come in, they're gonna be within 50 yards, which I like a lot. So, we'll see. Doe, two doe. There's gonna be a buck. I gotta reload. I gotta reload. I gotta reload. I gotta reload. I'm reloading. I'm reloading. I can't get the bullet up. He's done. No, he's not. No, he's not, dude. No, he's not, dude. Hunter, dude. No, he's not. No. No, he's not. Jake got a buck. Right there, Jake Lynch. Good job, Jake Lynch. Good job, Jake Lynch. No, dude. No, I don't believe it.
What's that?
You got him, dude. That you can pull off him quick, boy. Is that not perfect, boys? Great job.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was standing at that tree, saw these guys, I said move up, and booyah if we didn't catch the side hill. That is awesome. Easy!
Kind of got in that triangle and it was like, where do I go, you know?
Dude, I'm standing there and I'm walking around the side hill and I got right to where I wanted to be. I could see Jake. And I'm like, I looked at him, I'm just like, and he's like, grabs his pack, puts it on, starts walking, gets just out of sight. Gets just out of sight. And I was like, well, I guess I better start walking. Step, boom. Just take out.
Zach sees us, he just goes, he's like kind of goes.
Dude, you could hear him just rip it. Dude, there was like 10 dogs. I put out the scrape stuff to eat.
All we needed was Mastress and Hunter to get naked, and that's
Actually going after the shot.
And I was just like, doe. But I didn't actually know if you shot at a doe or a buck. And I'm just sifting through them and then absolute booyah.
I'm like, hey, shoot him, and then I'm like, I'm staying on him, reload. Zach told me to stay on.
Good job, buddy.
nice job.
Nice box, too.
Jake.
Probably. You must have. You shot him? He came right down the
That's an awesome buck, dude.
Wherever your shot was, I'm assuming it's good if he's bleeding.
I aimed very ball of the shoulder.
Shot him on the other side.
I hit him on the left side.
Go get my pack.
Oh my. He's sort of got a little mane action.
Oh, he does. Look at
He's
that.
got a wicked mane.
Dude, you actually might maybe should mount that.
Little Lion King, bud.
Little friggin' mane on there.
Thank you, buddy.
Dude, Jake, I'm freaking pumped, dude. Dude, not only because he's your best buck, but also that mane, those manes are freaking rare. You should shoulder mount that thing. 100%.
No way. I'm not shoulder mounting it.
No? Dude, those manes are so rare like that.
Unreal, dude.
Dude, I'm so pumped.
This is unreal.
I'm so jacked for you, dude.
I'm so like just happy.
That's freaking awesome,
That's
dude.
unreal.
Last day.
Unreal.
Last freaking day.
Unreal. That's sick. Look at that. Fit my fist between his antlers. That's longer than 3 inches. Number of points, 8. Yeah. Well, he's quartered. He's in our packs. Ugh. What's the plan? We're going back to the truck and then we're doing one more drive, right?
Probably one more.
At least one more. All right, we just got back to the cars, get everything situated. We're gonna start moving drivers with the cars for the next drive. Hopefully we can get 2 in before dark. So that's the move, and we'll celebrate later. Let's rock. I wish I could explain how special it is to tactically insert yourself into the woods with a group of guys like this. Through all the ups and downs, more fun was had than I thought was possible. From Shane's amazing food to the countless laughs and off-camera jokes, the atmosphere and teamwork is truly special to be a part of. I hope you enjoyed my mistakes and our perspective on this unique adventure. We'll see you on the next one.